The 8th episode of Gen V, the spin-off series of The Boys on Prime Video, concludes with the protagonists being divided into heroes and villains. The young soups fight with each other, with one side attempting to destroy and the other to defend. However, it can be difficult to tell who is trying to accomplish what. The way it concludes elevates an already incredible finale to even greater heights. Rather than providing an answer, it leaves viewers with more queries. Ahead of spoilers, Gen V Guardians of Godolkin recap. There is disagreement among the gang on what should happen after Cate murders Indira Shetty. Sam and Cate wish to overthrow Godolkin for what had happened to them, break free from every prisoner soup, and storm into the woods. However, Cate and Sam won't listen to Marie, Emma, or Jordan, so they don't want to cause any trouble. They can't trust anybody else, so when the pair marches out to the woods, the trio chooses to stop their buddies by themselves. As promised, Cate and Sam free every prisoner. To their horror, they learn that some soups lost their lives as a result of the tests. Regardless of whether they were involved in the tests or not, they rush out and begin killing people. When the violence starts, Ashley and the other VOD executives are in a meeting discussing who should be the next member of the Seven, and they are terrified for their lives. The youthful superheroes have a chance to experiment with their abilities and test their boundaries because of the violence in Godolkin. Now that she's off the medication that Shetty gave her, Cate is aware of her actual potential. She has pushed herself too far, but it doesn't make her feel weak or confused. In actuality, she appears to have no boundaries. As everything is going on, Sam notices Luke, who steps in as his voice of reason and attempts to make sense out of him. Ultimately, though, with Cate's assistance, Sam sets aside his feelings and concentrates solely on destruction. Gen V finale ending. Where are Marie, Emma, Jordan, and Andre? Many had passed away by the time Marie, Emma, and Jordan get to Godolkin. Andre tries to talk to Cate and convince her to stop when he arrives, but it quickly becomes apparent that she is not in the mood to change her decision at this time. When Emma tries to speak with Sam, he treats her harshly, which makes her feel inferior and causes her to shrink. This is an intriguing change, as Emma used to have to throw up whenever she had to shrink. It seems like she no longer needs that. Eventually, the confrontation puts Cate, Jordan, and the soups from the woods in front of Marie, Jordan, and Andre. Andre uses a taser to knock Sam out. Marie battles Maverick and overcomes him with her abilities. 3 soups attack Jordan in the meantime, and he fights to repel them. With so much blood all around her, Marie uses her abilities to aid Jordan and eliminate the soups. They agree that they work better together, but just as Cate arrives and prepares to control them by touching Jordan, Marie accidentally blows up her hand. At this point, Homelander appears. Earlier, Ashley had summoned Homelander and a rescue helicopter after realizing that she couldn't stop the young soups. Homelander is the strongest soup, therefore it stands to reason that her coming will make the other soups submit. Marie tries to tell him what occurred when he arrives, thinking he will be of assistance. However, it seems she was mistaken about him. He chastises her for opposing her own species and assisting humans, rather than commending her efforts to rescue the day. Marie gets attacked by Homelander with his laser blast, but she makes it out alive. Rather than being hailed as the heroes along with her, Jordan, Emma, and Andre, the 4 of them are placed in an empty room. As it turns out, Cate and Sam are portrayed as the new Guardians of Godolkin, and they are also held accountable for the massacre. It's obvious that VOD is attempting to hide what transpired at the woods. They have obscured their own involvement in the entire situation by portraying the 4 soups as the adversaries. However, what are their plans for them? The 4 juvenile soups are obviously here to stay. They are all actually too strong to be contained in a place where they could readily escape. Because Victoria Newman remains hidden, Marie in particular possesses abilities that they have never seen before. Marie and her pals are now being experimented on in a scenario reminiscent to the woods. Though they have found themselves in the very battle they were waging, we shouldn't give up on them just yet. Even though Marie and her pals appear to be in a terrible situation, they actually have some unexpected allies. It's likely that the boys already know that Marie and her pals are good people because of the Godolkin slaughter, and the fact that Mallory was already monitoring Indira Shetty. If there was any doubt, the fact that Vought demonizes them is sufficient evidence that they were set up as scapegoats. The fact that Marie is connected to Victoria Newman is another intriguing aspect. Newman and the young soup have a similar past and set of powers, which helps them bond. She helped Marie covertly and even secured her a position at Godolkin. We are aware of Newman's erratic relationship with Vought. Especially with Stan Edgar out of the picture, she has no loyalty to them. She possesses the virus that kills other superheroes as well, and she is unlikely to give it to Vought. She wants to hold onto it as a wild card in case she needs to face up against someone similar to Homelander. Newman might be sympathetic to Marie and assist her and her pals in getting away. If not, the boys will undoubtedly become involved in everything. Billy Butcher's appearance in the scene after the credits suggests that they are already aware of the woods. They will eventually catch up to the young soups in captivity because they are also aware of the illness. Will Cate and Sam join the Seven? Who would join the Seven was one of the main mysteries of Gen V Season 1. Golden Boy was prepared for that position at the start of the program, but his passing altered everything. Jordan, Marie, and Andre fight for that position. But when Sam arrives, their goals change. Andre and Marie are the frontrunners to become the Seven's next hero, according to Ashley and VOD executives' assessment in the most recent episode. Ashley even goes so far as to claim that the person who eliminates the renegade superpowers will be added to the 7. But by the time the show ends, things have changed significantly. Upon his arrival, Homelander saw Cate and Sam as the true heroes, rather than the reverse. Marie and the others are locked up instead of Cate and Sam being imprisoned, and Vought manipulates the news to make it appear as though Cate and Sam saved the day. Homelander observes this news from Vought Tower and appears to be happy with the outcome overall. This suggests that he has completed his quest for the missing 7 members. Sam and Cate are strong and agree with him that their race is superior. They do not have Marie and Starlight's empathy for people. Homelander could benefit from having team members who think similarly to him. It also demonstrates that they are prepared to include Cate and Sam into the fold because Vought went all in with their branding. Even if Ashley or someone else had other ideas, Homelander is currently in charge of all decisions at Vought, thus there is nothing Ashley or someone else could have done. They have to follow Homelander's wishes, and at the moment, it appears like he wants Sam and Cate to be teammates. He will need them on his side given everything that has transpired in Gen V and the strength of the supes they have in prison. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.